Brethren of Pasig City Lodge number 409, you now behold before you very worshipful Brother Antonio C. Paulite II, who has been duly elected to serve this lodge as worshipful master and who is now about to be installed. If any of you has any reason to urge why he should not be installed, you will now make it known, or forever after. Hold your peace. My brother, you will face this. Worshipful brother, hearing no objection, I shall most cheerfully proceed to install you in the dignified and honorable position to which the suffrages of your brethren are calling, not doubting that the dignity of the Oriental chair will be well preserved in your keeping, and that the interest and welfare of this lodge may be safely confided to your charge. Before commencing your investiture, however, it is necessary that you should signify your assent to those ancient charges and regulations which point out the duties of the master of the lodge and which on no account are ever to be neglected or departed from. You will be conducted before the altar. The ancient charges and regulations are as follows. 1. You agree to be a good man and true and strictly to obey the moral law. 2. You agree to be a peaceable citizen and cheerfully to conform to the laws of the country in which you reside. 3. You promise not to be concerned in plots and conspiracies against government, but patiently to submit to the decision of the Supreme Legislature. 4. You agree to pay a proper respect to the civil magistrate, to work diligently, live creditably, and act honorably by all men. 5. You agree to hold in veneration the original rulers and patrons of the order of Masonry, and their regular successors, supreme and subordinate according to their stations, and to submit to the awards and resolutions of your brethren when convened, in every case consistent with the constitutions of the order. 6. You agree to avoid private picks and quarrels, and to guard against intemperance and excess. 7. You agree to be cautious in carriage and behavior, courteous to your brethren, and faithful to your lodge. 8. You promise to respect genuine brethren and to discountenance impostors and all dissenters from the original plan of Masonry. 9. You agree to promote the general good of society, to cultivate the social virtues, and to propagate the knowledge of the art. 10. You promise to pay homage to the Grand Master for the time being, and to his officers when duly installed, and strictly to conform to every edict of the Grand Lodge or General Assembly of Masons that is not subversive of the principles and groundwork of Masonry. 11. You admit that it is not in the power of any man or body of men to make innovations in the body of Masonry. 12. You promise a regular attendance on the committees and communications of the Grand Lodge on receiving proper notice, and to pay attention this and do equally into his character. And finally, number 15, you agree that no visitor shall be received into your lodge without due examination and producing proper vouchers of their having been initiated in a regular lodge. These are among the regulations of free and accepted Masons, and to these your assent must be freely given. Do you submit to these charges and promise to support these regulations as masters have done in all ages before you? Then, my brother, in consequence of this assurance, and with full confidence in your capacity and zeal, kneel now on both knees. Place both hands upon the Holy Bible, square and compasses, to take the solemn vow of your office. Repeat after me. I do solemnly and sincerely vow.
I do most solemnly and sincerely vow
That I will maintain, support and enforce the Constitution, ethics, laws and regulations of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the Philippines, and the bylaws of my lodge, and will faithfully perform to the best of my ability all the duties of the office to which I have been elected. So help me God. Amen. Arise, my brother. I will now install you Worshipful Master of Pasig City Lodge number 409. Very worshipful Brother Master of Ceremonies, reconduct him in front of these. I now invest you with this jewel of your station, the square. The square, my brother, is an emblem of morality. And as it is the special badge of the Master's office, it should constantly remind you that not only by precept, but by example, you should promote good morals among the brethren, and thus endeavor to avert the shadow of any scandal or reproach against the fraternity. Your former life has given evidence that that jewel will not be an unmeaning symbol in your hands, and I solemnly charge you to take good care that its luster be not dimmed through any act of yours. I now present you with the Book of Holy Writings. It is the great light in Masonry and should ever be the great law of the brotherhood. It will guide you to all truth. It will direct you to eternal happiness. And an attentive regard to the divine precepts it contains will ensure your success in the fulfillment of the duties you are now about to assume. The working tools for our craft will next be given you, that as the master workman you may instruct the craftsmen in the various duties and virtues which they have been selected to illustrate. The square teaches us well to regulate our every action and to let our conduct be governed by the principles of morality and virtue. The compasses Teach us to limit our desires in every station and never to suffer our passions or our prejudices to become the masters of our judgment. The rule directs the undeviating discharge of our duties, that we should press forward in the straight path of right and truth, without inclining to the one hand or to the other, in all our doings having eternity in view. The plumb line is an emblem of moral rectitude. It teaches us to avoid all dissimulation and to pursue the honest and upright course in life, which will tend to our elevation in the higher realms of immortality. There are still other important things that you will receive in charge. That book of constitutions. You are expected diligently to search, and from time to time to cause its contents to be read in your lodge, that none may remain ignorant of the precepts it enjoins, or of the ordinances which it promulgates. That book contains the bylaws of your lodge, which it will be your special duty to see carefully and punctually executed. And that is the charter, under the authority of which your lodge is held, and which you are carefully to preserve and duly transmit to your successor in the mastership. Very worshipful Brother Master of Ceremonies, you will conduct the Master to his station in the East. Very worshipful Brother Master of Ceremonies, you will now present the Senior Warden-elect.
The road is long with a many a winding tongue that leads us to who knows where, who knows where. But I'm strong, strong enough to carry him. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. So on